Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We are once again back with you all to continue our series of meeting our alums. And today I'm very excited to meet Ankur Bhagat, a very senior alum from NITI. Ankur, a very, very warm welcome to you and thank you for sparing time in what I do understand are crisis situations and crazy times for you. So thank you very much. Ankur, my first question to you is, so what's been NITI's role in where you are today? How has it played an influential role in terms of your career trajectory?
Right. I would say that to a large extent, I owe my professional success, to NITI. And the reason being that NITI was the place where in those 2 years, so to say, we or I at least got transformed from a young budding engineering graduate, to somebody who by the end of the 2 years, and it's very difficult to put a finger as to what specific intervention, but maybe it's just the fact that the air smells supply chain, at least for those who are interested in supply chain, you are in and out. It provides you the platform, the mastery that you get not only from a technical learning and knowledge, which is there, but frankly, it's something which you keep gaining. But more importantly, the interactions that you have, whether it is with professors, with your batchmates, the hands-on, learnings which you get when you organize events. I remember we used to have Prerna, which was a summer intern project contest, and C2K, which was a series which we had at that point of time for Concept 2000, around different topics, and each of them in their own way, would help you, from professional skills, but a lot also about interpersonal skills. You would form friendships, relationships, which are kind of going on with many of my batchmates till date. My summer internship at Procter, my pre-placement offer kind of came through, and I've been with P&G for the last 20 years, as you mentioned. So I owe a lot to NITI. It has played a significant part towards my professional success. I can only summarize by saying that professionally, probably it has been the best return on investment that I've ever had. For what the institute offers. Truly God's own campus. For whatever it is, I can't kind of say more on this.
Beautiful. So Ankur, what's been some of the fond memories of NITI?
Okay. Many memories, which come to my mind as I start kind of thinking. The first and foremost is climbing those 86 stairs. Our management camp, I know the hostels have been brought down now, but near that small lake, as you kind of enter the campus, the hostels were EDP hostels or MDP, as we used to call them, were there, and we had to climb these 86 stairs. So that is one definite, one. I remember the night outs we had while organizing some of these events, with many of our friends. I remember the freshers party. I remember our graduating party, many of our, professors had joined. I remember the long walks we used to take, in the campus. At least in our times, we used to have access to Vihar Lake, at the fag end, which I don't know whether it has been allowed. There were sightings of the leopards. I don't know if they still come or not. Maggie in the canteen, late nights, having endless cups of tea and coffee and, whatnot, and also on a lighter note, during hot summers, at least we didn't have air-conditioned rooms. I don't know what's the latest, in the hostel, and the moment there will be some good event happening in the auditorium, even if you were not interested in the, event, just getting into the auditorium at the back end, with everything being really cool and dark, you could kind of take a small snooze if you wanted. Yes, so, really many fond memories, and majority of them, fun memories.
Ankur, while on campus with a lot of fond memories with friends and a lot of informal discussions and so on, what have been some of the best career advisors that you've received?
So there were actually quite a few, some which came from my immediate seniors, who were, there is Akhilesh Tuteja. I don't know whether if he had been here, but I would, urge class of 98, who was kind of a mentor at that point of time. And, then there was a Shashi Manpati, who again, is class of, 97, and who also worked in P&G for a long time, who would kind of coach us, mentor us, guide us, on many ways, and they were just about getting into the industry. There were many which also came from the esteemed professors. The one I continue to remember for, a long time, is Professor Muthu Krishnan, who, was institution in himself at that point of time, and he passed away, unfortunately, some time back. And he always used to tell us, that to be successful, it is important to understand the business and understand business problems before you start thinking what is the supply chain solution, and never put, the cart before the horse. It somehow stuck with me. It's something which I still, till date repeat, to anybody whom I talk to. It makes a big difference that, what you do as a function is only, a contribution towards the ultimate business objective. And if you are able to imbibe that, apart from multiple other, kind of, advices that we, had got, and, which we would still say, but that's something which I still remember, from him, and kind of try and imbibe, as much as I can.
My final question to you, Ankur, is that as you would agree that, world across, we are going through very, very difficult moments, and it's a state of crisis. And I think in some sense, what's also emerged is that we now need a different set of skills to live a successful life in terms of our career successes, and also a happy personal life. With your rich experience and long stints across different geographies and so on, what are some of the key skills that a 21st century graduate needs to have?
Right. Couple of thoughts. First is that in anything that we do, professionally or personally, I strongly believe that there is no substitute for hard work. Right. It is a basic which has stayed. And in the long run, the due diligence, I would say both on the personal side and on the professional side, the ability to develop technical mastery, again on the professional side, but equally important, investing from that standpoint, taking the time out to be with your family, since you mentioned, on the personal side, is absolutely important, especially in the early years of your career. Kind of being hands-on, getting your hands and knuckles, dirty with, the work that you are learning, to me is absolutely paramount. Now, that said, at least personally, as I step back, as you grow in your career and you grow in the organization, and even on the personal side, I think it is equally important that, how you kind of look at, the teams and how you grow your, people becomes eventually far more important than the technical mastery that you have. Hard work always stays, but your ability to be able to really, in the true sense, collaborate, have empathy, be somebody who, can be seen as a leader who can, kind of grow the organization, beyond your, own personal growth, and beyond growing business. Because, one could argue that, with some muscling through, with some bit of, so to say, concerted efforts, you may still be able to deliver business results, right? But longer term requires, the organization, develop for the organization to have the mastery, and no single person can finally kind of, lead a large scale organization. So I really think that, professionally focusing on organization development is probably as or more important, than just the technical mastery. So again, there is no sort of one size fits all, right. Each one to his or her own, but these are, I would say, few things which have at least helped me, and something which I, continue to see as beacons for myself. Thank you, ma'am. It was truly a pleasure. Again, truly appreciate the initiative, and thanks a lot for getting us connected back to the campus. So thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Really appreciate it. Thank you.